The stock AKM is a very unreliable weapon. If anything, it was good round and semi-auto only for any engagement where recoil is even a thought. The best way to describe it is blinding me from my enemies, because any mid to long range recoil from the AKM will literally hide the enemy from your sights, and due to the flat nature of the iron sights, you'll have to lower your aim in order to find the enemy again. Now mind you, this gameplay is bare bones with minimum cost ammo, and had any of these players actually been real, I'd likely have got smoked unless I could move faster than they could shoot. Maxed out, the range and feel of the AKM is greatly improved with the best attachments on it, and the recoil is reduced, but it seems to go through more ammo potentially than the stock rifle at any range, and I'd suggest drum mags for this weapon regardless of mathematical logic they use to justify a 40-round mag at a $120,000 gun, because weapons time to kill is so slow you need the extra ammo, which also likely means a massive backpack for it all. I'm overall rating this gun at a 2 out of 10 because of realism, and it looks cool, but it absolutely is a waste of time in game if you aren't using high energy rounds, which ups the usage price significantly, making it hard to balance compared to other options. The stock FAL seems a lot more stable, and despite none of the bells and whistles of the max version, it shoots better and the rounds kill a lot faster, approximately 2, than the so-called better version. Maxed out. This is an interesting gun maxed out because you don't have iron sights, you have an insane magazine you still seem to use up pretty fast, and the ammo is freaking expensive. It's hard to aim with the lack of sights, it has poor performance than I'd expect from a FAL in this game, and it is not a gun you take with the minimal equipment like I just did. Very poor performing gun despite no obvious downsides. The bullets just don't do any damage and there's no obvious reason why. Moderate damage with a high ACAP mag that gives decent damage, and far more level firing experience than when keeping shots on target. I can't imagine this gun's power with really good rounds loaded. Go ahead. It's a very balanced weapon with no overarching positives and no bounding negatives. It's hard to stay on target due to the kick of the gun, aiming the stock down and barrel up, especially with a very short iron sight on it. But it gets the job done without much complaints. Maxed out. This behemoth of a gun is epic due to how large the magazine is. It weighs down the front of the barrel, so sustained or burst firing is a breeze. It's got tons of ammo. The iron sights are nice, and while you can't move very far with it at a time, it holds its own. The only downside is honestly how expensive it is, but it's a 100-round AK-74, what do you expect? It's a run and gun movie style weapon. Poor accuracy unless you really try hard, but it also does decent damage down range. maxed out, still has poor accuracy, however because of the modifications you can sustain fire and control the recoil exceptionally well, which means for burst firing it's an absolute nightmare because the recoil isn't continuous. Highly recommend semi-auto firing if you're not close enough to be super accurate. The 95 round drum mag doesn't last as long as 74 ends does, but that's a major difference right there. However, this gun doesn't take nearly as long to inflict damage as the FAL or others. Exceptional handling gun with a large default magazine, fast reload, and decent built-in sight. You won't run out of ammo fast in a firefight and bullets do damage unlike others. Highly recommend. I'd hate to see this thing with high power rounds used against me, especially with the way I play. Maxed out. Hardly anything can be customized aside from the muzzle, sights, grip, and magazine, and the stock grip isn't the worst grip, so there's no point in changing that. And the only other magazines are two 30-round options, which doesn't help. So I guess it truly is a specialty gun that isn't expensive. It performs much like its stock variant except for a smoother shooting experience with a suppressor. This gun uses weight to reduce recoil and kick, and a decent iron sight allows aiming through the recoil to stay on target, even if it's a spotty pattern. The big negative is that it burns through ammo fast, so 2.2 second PTKs are all you can do with a standard mag and ammo. Maxed out. The recoil and kick is almost non-existent, and the only negative that remains in any way is the ammo burn rate. Oh. This gun with high damage rounds and semi-auto fire. Dude, this thing has like no would be a joy to behold, I guess. Maybe one day I'll even try it. Oh yeah, and it's a 5.7 by 28mm ammo. It's still a bitch. Sniper. Because odds are you'll never come across it in game, and it's extremely expensive regardless of which type.
I got him.
The AS31 is the perfect example of a Call of Duty gun. Fancy iron sights that suck, a fire rate that's able to do fast, moderate damage, and makes me wish to God I'd use sights on all these tests or whatever. This is Call of Duty meets ABI if you want the best description. Also has a shorter barrel for an AR just like the AK-74N. Maxed out. Still has poor aiming, but the added accuracy and stability dramatically reduce recoil, and it makes aiming and sustained fire much more manageable. Can't aim past 100 meters for the life of you though. Very decent iron sights that is ruined by a poor recoil pattern and damage range, which is atrocious. Maxed out. Has really poor accuracy, and I don't know how I lost that firefight by so much. Solid all-rounder with great iron sights and a nod recoil pattern. Maxed out. Holds its own in any firefight and enough for support to the ride. Using bad ammo shows, especially with a bad connection. Don't use bad ammo with this thing. You won't win any fights.
Someone's shooting at me. I had a pretty good gun, which is probably...
Well, I have a 3 kill count already. It was busy with AIs. Oh, that was you. Ours is higher than yours. Oh. Yeah, I'll admit it.
I don't take anything 1,000 or under. Get you. Where do you see some?
Oh, I'm shooting at the barn. It's way long distance. Because there's a guy there. To the left in front of us. Oh.
Do you know how I can tell that the thing is low?
A very well-rounded and easy-to-use gun just flies through ammo when the ammo isn't cheap, so be prepared to empty your pockets on mags and ammo. But it's maxed up. The gun is even more pliable. It has a very light weight and allowing for increased stamina position. And I can only imagine how badass it would be with better rounds and a 3x zoom scope. I love this gun and it's not expensive. Got him. This gun's stock is amazing. Mine's the iron sight. It feels like it has a small magazine, likely being of its fire rate, but it's a very solid gun with just a simple visual issue to figure out, which is basically to know where your targets are before aiming down sights. And I assume, due to that fire rate, you also go through mags a lot faster because it didn't take much to run out of ammo entirely. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you like in the comments, what needs to be changed, what you didn't like about the video, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to follow for more. There's weekly content at the minimum, and I do try to keep up with my mental health enough that I'm not delayed on making videos, because I do always have something planned.